Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Sarah. Today I'm doing a video from a comment that somebody left on a previous video. She asked if maybe I had some ideas for freebies. I think freebies are a great idea for a few reasons. The first reason is that they add value to your product. Not only is your customer getting what they paid for, but they're actually getting something a little extra. So I think it makes them feel good about the money that they spent, as long as they have value in the product they purchased to begin with. The second reason I think that freebies are great is that they add a level of surprise and excitement. When somebody orders something online and they get their package in the mail, they're opening it, they can't wait to see what they got, and then to have something a little extra in there is just a little bit more exciting, a little bit more fun. So it definitely adds an experience when they're opening your package that they'll remember, that they might share. Third reason is kind of like putting your stamp on things, kind of getting your logo out there. If you give them something that they actually really like and that they'll actually use, and it's branded with your logo, it's kind of an organic, natural way of marketing your brand. You don't want to put your logo over everything maybe that someone would buy because maybe they're putting it in their house or whatever, but with a freebie, like you have free reign, you can do that because it's free. I think the type of freebie you offer and how much you spend on it really depends on your product and I guess your brand as well, because you can go all out, I guess, if you're a luxury brand, or you could DIY something or put something really small that's still gonna give that customer that extra value and delight. If you have a smaller brand that maybe sells items that are at a lower cost. I recently got a few packages in the mail from orders I made online, and both of them had freebies, which was really cool. So I thought I would save them and then show them to you for this video, just as a little bit of inspiration from what I've gotten in real life. So the first freebie that I got was this little sticker pack. I purchased a heavy bag for boxing, and the way that they packaged it was really cute. I wish I took a video, but I didn't. So on the box, they had a huge I love boxing sticker, and then they had some printed paper on the bottom and the top that kind of just encased the product, and it was printed with their logo in really fun colors. So I think the way that they packaged their item was really cool, and it seems like it's a more inexpensive way of getting your logo out there and also adding a freebie. This little sticker pack they look like they're just ones that were printed and then just like cut out. So they're nothing too fancy, but they're still cute, you know, if you want to put on your laptop or whatever. And they're all, well, for the most part, they're all branded. The company that I bought the heavy bag from is kind of a woman-owned and more women-targeted boxing company. They sell boxing gloves for women that fit women's hands better. So their whole theme is a little bit different than a normal company like, I don't know, like Everlast. So their stickers reflect that. Like you can see this one here, it says girl power. And then this one here says KO girl because the company's name is KO. So the rest of them do have their logo, and if you were to stick these on, I don't know, your water bottle or your laptop or your car, I don't know, their logo is there. So if someone sees it, they're like, oh, what is KO girl? And then they might Google it. So that's one way of doing it. And this is a pretty inexpensive way. And I liked that they gave like a sticker pack in this little bag because it feels a little bit more valuable or substantial than just one sticker. I also recently ordered a guitar holder that you mount on the wall to hold your guitar. And I ordered that from Amazon. So I think when I order from Amazon, it's not often that I would get like a freebie. I mean, sometimes you get like that little card that tells you to leave a review and then they'll give you some money back. But this time they gave a freebie, and I was actually really impressed with it. I think it's a really great idea. And it's basically this keychain here, and it's very specific to their product because when you open this, it has a place for your guitar picks, which really works for this product because obviously it's a guitar holder. And then they also have it branded on the back with their logo. This would obviously cost more than the sticker pack, but I imagine it could still be pretty expensive if you bought these off like AliExpress or something like that. They might be a couple bucks each. And then if you have something to print your logo on yourself, you could do that and then throw it in your product packaging. And I think this would be a great idea for something that is a little bit more expensive, like maybe something that's $50 and above. It is kind of funny though, because the guitar holder I purchased was maybe $30 on Amazon, and they threw in this freebie, which I consider more of like a premium freebie. And then the heavy bag that I bought was like $225, and then they threw in the free stickers. So I'm not knocking the heavy bag freebie at all. I think that actually they both really fit for both items, and you can do whatever you want with your freebie because it's all about what you can afford, what makes sense, and then also I think the most important thing is making it make sense with your product and with your customer. You don't want to just give them promo materials, you know, you want to give them something that they'll actually really like and possibly use. Okay, so what are some ideas that I can provide for inspiration for freebies that maybe you can try? First one is a pencil. I actually did this a long time ago with my purchases, and I purchased them done and branded off Etsy. I got like little golf pencils that had like a little saying that I think would relate to the people who would buy from my Etsy shop, and then also my handle or brand and logo name. So you can purchase these off Etsy or from somewhere else, or you could actually just make them yourself, but it does require a little bit of investment and a little bit of a learning curve. I recently did get a hot foil pressing machine, and I have made my own pencils. It's really fun, and it's also multi-use because you can use this to make a lot of other things. Like for example, that leather pick holder, you could totally foil your brand on one side if you got a bulk order of those and gave those as freebies. With a pencil, you can kind of get creative about like what you want it to say. And the great thing is that it's very usable. So someone who gets that, everybody can use a pencil. You always need one handy when you're, I don't know, if you're trying to hang a picture and you need to make a mark on the wall. So they're very usable, and they're pretty inexpensive too, because you can buy a ton of pencils for really cheap. Okay, second idea we kind of already touched on, but that's stickers. And there are a few ways you can do this. You can purchase them online from something like Sticker Mule or Vistaprint. There are so many places you can buy stickers, and you can get really fancy with them, do like a holographic style sticker or a transparent sticker, or you can go really basic. So there's many ways you can do this, or you can make them yourself if you have a Cricut. I have tons of videos on how to create stickers using your Cricut. But even if you don't have a Cricut, just go and buy sticker paper from Staples or grab it on Amazon. And if you have a pretty good printer that maybe does like photo printing, you can get these printed out, and then you can just cut them yourself, similar to the boxing stickers. It looked like they had just cut them out with scissors. So you can do that too, and you can print whatever you want, whatever makes sense with your item and with your brand. Another item that maybe works if you're an artist is something like a postcard. So I sent out postcards with another Etsy shop that I have, and I wanted to make it kind of like a little piece of art so that they could hang it up on like a clipboard or on their fridge or something if they liked the look of it. So on the front side, I didn't really put my logo, I just put something really cute. And then on the other side, I put my branding, and then also used it as a way to write a thank you note. So that one's kind of like a 2-for-1 because it's a thank you note plus a freebie. Because if you are an artist, then I think being able to have a little postcard of your art, if they had just bought a piece of art, would be super valuable. And I would definitely put it up because you know that person already really likes your style. So another fun one that is, I think would be more DIY, because I feel like it would be cheaper to make these yourself than buy them, but I could be wrong, is buttons. So you can probably find a used button machine if you go on Facebook Marketplace or your local classifieds. I found a ton of them for around $100, and then you can just create little buttons and throw one in with your package. Again, this is a great option if you're an artist because you can do like a mini print of something you have created already and then put it on a button, and it's really inexpensive because buying bulk buttons is also really cheap. So it might be a little bit of investment up front, but it's a really fun custom way to share your artwork. I think it works really nicely too when you're an artist, because if they have this button, they might like put it on their backpack, and then when they're out, somebody else may see that and ask them like where they got it, whereas they're maybe the piece of art that they bought to put at home, really only they're gonna see. So this kind of gets your name out there, and you can put your brand or your logo or your Instagram handle like right on the artwork on the button, and that way if someone does sit next to them on like a subway or something, they can see your Instagram handle and then follow you if they like that artwork. A freebie that would work if you have maybe like a book loving audience would be something like a bookmark. This is super easy to do. You can just print it at home. You can use a heavy cardstock if you want, or you can laminate, like paper laminators are really cheap. Again, you could probably find them used on Marketplace. And you can also use your Cricut if you want to do like a cool cutout one. There's tons that you could do. Also, if you make leather goods, if you have scraps of leather, a leather bookmark would be really awesome. And you can customize that leather bookmark using that foil machine I mentioned earlier, or that you can buy these alphabet stamps that have all of the letters of the alphabet separate, and then you basically just like hammer them into the bookmark. That would be a good way to use up scraps, and then also just give them a really cool extra gift. But if you're looking for something that's really, really budget friendly, I think making a little thank you note extra special could make it also like a little piece of art that they may just kind of like tack up or just be happy to get, because that effort is there and that thought is there. Because I think that is really what it is about, is just that person feeling special and then that extra thought that went with the package. And I think that's why a lot of people really like buying handmade, is because it has that little extra touch. So something you could do is just grab some flowers and dry them, or you can buy dried flowers from Amazon or Etsy, and some cute washi tape, and then some cardstock, and write a little note and put these little, it's like a little tiny bouquet of flowers, so you can put that on the card. That in of itself, I think, is really nice. There's a lot of thought behind it, and it is very, very inexpensive. So I hope these ideas were helpful. If you try them out, make sure to tag me at Saratypes. I'd love to see them. Or let me know if you have any ideas of your own, or if you want to see a part 2 with more ideas. I'm open for suggestions. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.